that fucking thousand back.
That bitch went right up
Last, bro.
$80. Yep. Saquon, I got a new team. Play this nigga. I get
2,500 rush yards. Crazy. He is helping that motherfucker with Saquon.
yeah.
That's all he's doing.
See something. Play this nigga, man. Half these games I ain't even fucking played, bro. A lot of these shits. He was getting forced wins and shit. Air Sims, forced wins. Air shit. Play shit. Forced wins. Oh yeah, I did play this game. He be toting that bitch with Saquon, but shit, I'm doing shit else for real. He ain't come on, so I can take a shot.
He wasn't even the leading rusher. Jonathan Taylor was 28,
The spam shit.
350 rush attempts, rates. There's no way Jonathan Taylor is healthy.
Yeah, yeah.
Zachariah Branch had 115 catches. Brian Thomas was just catching fucking bombs. 34 touchdowns.
This nigga need to come on, man. Like, could have been in the shower already. Not even online. He be rushing me.
Fabian Ward and Wesley.
Man, come on, dog. Shit.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Tonight, it's the second game here on this Wild Card Saturday, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Philadelphia Eagles.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we join you from South Philly, close to 70,000 strong, packing Lincoln Financial Field, the home of the Eagles. Tonight, the second of two on this Wild Card Saturday. it's the Los Angeles Rams and the Philadelphia Eagles. From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Go, Reed! Go! Come on! Come on! Hey! Let go!
Now, this looks like a design run. And pick up 3 or maybe 4. Cameron Curl up from his safety spot to make the tackle.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 6. Now Barkley. And he's going to take this past the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense. I like the aggressiveness early in the game, right out of the gate. Make the defense realize we are going to challenge you downfield, and what that does is it opens everything else up. Now, you got to hit a couple of these, and don't be surprised if they go back to a deep shot here pretty quickly.
Moving to his right. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. You can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle, and he's able to secure a nice catch.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. That's hot inside. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line.
22 yards.
His first catch of the wild card game, and good for a 1st down.
Having a tight end that can contribute in the passing game, Mike, I mean, it just seems like it's become more and more common throughout the entire league. And not only do you have to be reliable, but you have to be athletic enough after the catch to take advantage of some of these targets. So it's exactly what he does here, and you can tell why he's such a big part of this offense. So they go with the 1st down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good 2nd down situation, but now they find themselves in 2nd and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback.
Scoring first, so critical in a playoff game. They've got to hear 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. A throw behind his man, can't reel it back in. And that'll go down as an incompletion. He was trying to find Saquon Barkley coming out of the backfield. And it'll bring up 2nd and goal. So the Eagles will use their first timeout here. And they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play.
Alpha, alpha, alpha! Delta,
A handoff, running left, it's Barkley. And nothing developed there. He'll get back to the 5, and that's all.
Well, after the failures of the 1st and 2nd down, you got to look now at your 3rd down call sheet. Every play caller has a section, must-have-it plays, critical downs. I say this one falls in that category, and we'll see what they have up their sleeve.
A nice drive. This is the 9th play coming up, and they cash it in on 3rd and goal. That's going to be broken up in the end zone. Incomplete. There was no space to fit that one in. And now here comes 4th and goal. Elliott's kick is good. And the Eagles are out to an early 3-0 lead.
You know, they did a lot of good things on this opening drive, Mike. I know they stalled out once they got down there into the red zone. They're going to need to work on finishing some of these drives as this game moves along. but that's a good 3 points to start this game.
To kick off for Philadelphia.
3 points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. Now an opening at the 30. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. First carry here from Kyren Williams. And he'll get this up to the 44. Jair Alexander up from the secondary to make the stop. It is 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
They'll put Addison in motion. Willis. He's got this on target to Addison. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
So he makes his first catch of the day, and even though it doesn't look like much, Mike, sometimes those are the touches that you can build off of. You know, it's like in basketball, what they say, sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4.
60, 60, hot 70, hot, dragon 60.
Willis now to throw. He's got the open man. That's McConkey.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play. You put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Right back to Williams. They connect again. And they'll pick up the 1st down, a gain of about 4. We are through 1 here on Wild Card Weekend. 3-0 is our score. And we're back in Philly in a moment. They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. Pat the 60, pat the 60.
Willis now to throw. Open is the tight end, Terrence Ferguson. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 4. Ready? Out of the shotgun, they give it to Williams. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. They'll empty out the backfield and line up for 3rd and 3. To throw is Willis. Forced out left. He'll try to run for it.
Good awareness there on 3rd down. He's thinking there's nothing there. Tuck it and head for the sticks. He's able to get the 1st down himself, avoid any big contact, and the biggest thing is he keeps the drive alive.
A quick toss into the hands of Addison. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball, modest gain.
And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone.
And he's in! Terrence Ferguson! Touchdown, Rams!
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. And you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns. Man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game. Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Go, Reed, go!
Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. A nice pickup, moving it across the 40. We'll give him 6 on that play.
At the 41, a 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 4. I'll run up the middle with Barkley. Past midfield to the 45. And he will go all the way. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Eagles. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible. Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own
Hold the stick.
35-yard
18
line.
Rattler, 18 Rattler. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. County Lions. Cup 19, Cup 19. 60 average, 60 average.
McConkey in motion.
Ready.
Here's Willis. Left side, catch made by McConkey. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 39-yard line.
Warriors 70. Ready.
Now Willis. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
Let's go now. Viking 18. Go.
Throwing Willis. He's got a receiver. It's Addison. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
That's a gain of 28 yards. And the Rams, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
We'll try the zone read on 1st and 10. Oh, a loose football. The Eagles have it. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. He's going to air this one out. Oh, he's got a defender right with him, and it's an interception. Picked off by Emmanuel
return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. Throwing, Willis on the move left. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. 2nd and 10. That is Ferguson in motion. Throwing is Willis. He'll drop this down to Williams. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in the opening half.
A gain of 15. First down, Rams.
19 Charger, not Dragon 60.
Willis to throw. That's right side. He's got Ferguson. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
13 more yards. That's another
18 Radley, 18 Radley.
A gain of
Drop
13
60, drop
yards.
60.
And the Rams first down.
60, punt, 70, Howard 70. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Mustang 19. Go.
To throw, here's Willis. To the outside, it's looked in by Addison. And he'll be out of bounds here. That's only a gain of a yard.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
And he's in. Touchdown, LA.
Touchdown, Los Angeles.
You hear coaches, you hear commentators, everybody talks about that middle four, Mike, the final 2 minutes of the second quarter and the first 2 minutes of the third quarter. Here they are now. They go down and they steal a late touchdown to end the half. Remember, they're going to get the ball first coming out of the break.
Viking 18. Cup 19. Cup 19. 19 Lions. Ready.
Throwing now from the gun. This is caught. He's got it. And they tack 2 more onto their lead.
I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on 2-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
On the return, it's Mitchell. And not the best of returns. He'll dive to the ground and just give himself up.
Hey, thumbs up.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. He's to the 45. Angling to the sideline. Inside the 35. And they're not going to run him down. He goes all the way. 87 yards. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
And what a swing in momentum here as you go into the half. Here you are offensively. Not only are you losing, but you really just have a desperation, no time on the clock. Let's see if we can steal some points. And you convert. Tell you what, that locker room looks a lot different now than it did a few minutes ago.
So we are at halftime. Greg and I will be back right after this. It's the National Football League on EA Sports.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Who survives? Whose season continues on to next week? One half to decide it. Time for the third quarter of the NFC wildcard game. And they'll force him out of bounds right at the 25-yard line.
At their own
Tag. Pat the 60. Pat the 60.
McConkey in motion. A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And he's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
79, pass to 80. Warriors 17.
Back to throw. Going downfield, right side, and it's caught. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup, and get a fresh set of downs.
Rolling to the left. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Throw left side, caught by Ferguson. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up third down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Looking middle, and he'll get it complete to McConkey. Set to go now on first and 10.
And the Rams, first down. First and 10.
Here's the give up the middle with Williams. And boy, tough to bring down there. Fighting forward for a gain of 7.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
Third down, 3 to go.
Get it. Cowboy 80. Cougar 19. Ready.
Now they'll set up to throw. That one on target to Williams. He's got it. Down at the 12. It's first and 10.
19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Look wide. Get this one complete. And he's in. Matt McConkey. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
Rolling right. The coverage too good downfield. They'll wind up taking him down.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this two-point try, but the execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
So following the score, here's Evans to send it away.
Malik Willis on the return. The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Barkley. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
And I like this defensive game plan. When you're going against an elite quarterback like this guy, Mike, you have to get bodies in his face. You have to get him around his feet. You have to move him off his spot. Because if he can sit there in rhythm, on time, comfortable in the pocket, he's going to pick you apart. So it doesn't always have to be a sack, but you have to make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They get 21 on that one. 1st down, Philadelphia.
Hey, check that, check that.
Here's a designed run. And he'll work his way down inside the 40. He's brought down by Kobe Turner.
4 yards on the pickup.
Here's 2nd and 6.
The Rams 39-yard line.
Hurts now. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. He's going to be out of bounds, but he's got the 1st down. A pickup of 8.
And an Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
They run out of the gun with Barkley. Not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
30-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Hurts. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
On 3rd down, here's Hurts. He'll get this complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker, and that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision. So 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. This is the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. Throwing is Hurts. He'll get this one complete to Brown. And they're going to get the 1st down. They were forced to go for it, and it's going to work out for them.
That's another Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
A run with Barkley. And the Eagles are going to be set up 1st and goal. Couldn't reach the plane, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
That's another Eagles 1st down.
Now Hurts will call his own number. No, he's not going to get in. In fact, they've shoved him backwards.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Now back at the 4 for 2nd and goal. To throw is Hurts. Forced out wide. Oh, he feels the pressure, and he'll go down back at the 6.
Certainly hasn't been their best game in terms of rushing the passer, but you find yourself with the lead here in the 4th quarter. No better time for that pass rush to come alive and see if they can close this game out.
for the lead. Here is 3rd and goal.
Hey, easy, 63, 63. Crowd left, Yanni.
Throwing is Hurts. That one, taken in. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saving his best for the playoffs. His 3rd touchdown of the game. The extra point by Elliott is good. And the Eagles go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3.
22.
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown. From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Get it. Ready.
The drive begins with a run by Williams. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
37-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Ready. Like.
The RPO. That one is complete. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
24 yards.
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. Double as good there. They get the 1st down and save a timeout. Quick throw there. That's going to wind up incomplete. Well, the receiver didn't have much time to get himself open. So the incompletion brings up 2nd down.
Back to 60. Come on, come on. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Here's Willis. Moving to his left. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
Time now becoming a factor as we get to 3rd down. Now Willis. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
So here it is, 4th down and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Willis. To the end zone. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jahad Campbell.
All right, Mike, file this play away. If they're able to hold on and pull this game out, we're going to look back on this as the pivotal moment of this game. Oftentimes, it takes that one big moment to sway the outcome of a game, and no bigger play than a pick deep inside your own red zone.
Here's Barkley. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Great job here by this linebacker, Mike. There was no reading and reacting. From the snap, he was attacking. Meets the ball carrier right at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
Hey, easy, 63, 63, back. Great, set.
They'll drop to throw. Forced to his right. A throw there on second down, going to be incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
On third down, it's Hurts. Oh, and a pressure there. He can't get a throwaway, and he's taken down.
And it looked like that zone coverage had his head a little bit spinning there, Mike. I'm not sure he got a real clear picture of what the defense was giving him, and as a result, he holds the ball a little bit longer than he would have liked, and the defense is able to get home.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. Here's first down.
70 range, Cowboys.
Throwing, Willis. He'll check this down to Corum out of the backfield. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 43-yard line.
That is caught out wide on the RPO. Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts. With the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to go in this one.
Brings up 3rd and
This crowd, they're trying to force a false start. What noise before 3rd and inches. That is Ferguson in motion.
60 Bobcat.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jahad Campbell.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
Now a timeout Rams, that's number 2. They'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in this one. It is 2nd and 9.
Come on.
Now this looks like a design run. They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line. The Rams use their 3rd and final timeout. Stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Here's a handoff to Barkley. Into the secondary again. An electrifying run, bringing it all the way inside the 15-yard line. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 41 yards.
Well, I'm not sure you're going to find a better example of just pure speed in the open field than that run right there. I mean, when he got past the first wave, you got the sense that he might just be able to outrun everybody on the field.
He'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And he's going to go out of bounds with no time remaining on the clock. This game is over. So it's a win here for the Eagles. They are moving on in these playoffs. Won't have a long time to celebrate this one. They have to get right back to work for the divisional round. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Eagles are winners, as we say, so long from South Philly.